aika huivit ylös nostaa. SJK! Ei me luovuteta koskaan, ei koskaan. SJK! Jos et tajunnut tosta, niin se Seinäjoen jalkapallokerho. SJK! Ja muita joo, eikä tuu, se on meidän kerho. Pallo keskelle.
Moi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jules, and this is Seinäjoki Football Supporters Podcast, bringing you news, reviews and interviews from SJK Seinäjoki.
But we're doing it in English for an international fan base. So, Jules, what's in the show this week?
Oh, well, unfortunately, we're going to look back at the weekend's game away to Ilves in Tampere. But on the brighter side, we'll run through the Veikkaus Euro playoff results very quickly because they don't really concern us too much, except for the who we got, which will be Haka.
Yeah, it's good to just have a little run through of how we got where we are. So we'll have a look forward at those couple of games coming up this week. But maybe before we discuss Ilves 4, SJK 0, just a couple of people to mention, and one of them is your friend Jules, who had something to say about my hat.
Yeah, just friend Jane just said like, why is he wearing that hat? And Jane, it is something we have been asking ourselves for many years. So he just does. Yep.
It's fashion and it's personal brand, and actually,
it's one of those two, mate.
Do you know? Actually, as we're here, I'm sure everybody will be interested to see this. This is a very nice tweed.
Yeah, you put on a special cap, didn't you? Now it's got mentioned. You're making a special effort.
And there's a little bit of hair underneath the hat, Jane, but that's not the reason I keep.
Is it yours?
Most of it's mine. Yeah, most of it's mine, and most of it grew on my head originally as well. So, but this is a little vintage number that I picked up in the UK when I was over in springtime. So,
but don't worry, people. We are going to be talking about football, not what Mark has on his bonce on his head.
Well, this is true. I also wanted to just give a shout out to Joona, who I know listens also to the Finnish football show, and his mum told me that he was standing just behind us at the Ilves away game. And I just want to say, Joona, next time, come and say hi. Don't be shy.
Yep.
Let's move on to a little bit of recent news, because a couple of players signed extensions to their contracts, Jules, and I thought that was worth mentioning here today.
Yeah, so it's the end of the season, and so as the Finnish way is that these contracts kind of get done at the end of the season for next year. So it's basically a couple of extensions. So a lot of Finnish contracts are, for example, 1+1, 2+1. So with an option for another season, and these options have been taken. Do you want to tell us who?
Yeah, Valentin Gasc and Markus Arsalo both signed new contracts for the 2025 season, and that's the centre of the midfield sorted. That feels quite good. And Arsalo said something to the effect of, "I don't want to play for any other club in Finland apart from SJK," which I think that's got the fans fully on his side, because we don't want to support any other.
It's
club.
just a bit too late for the Klopping Canno with that one, but he's laying down an early marker for next year for that one.
The supporters
of the supporters player of the year.
Which we once took for a swim in the pool at Hotel Sausenpesser before.
It wasn't just us, was it? There was quite a few.
No, it wasn't just me and you, but there was a group of Kloppit, and it was a sauna evening before the end of season party, and that thing went in the pool with us before we gave it through Cedric Kogoa, I think it was back then.
And of course it's Finnish style, so there wasn't a bathing suit to be seen. And
that water was cold.
I don't think at least he didn't kiss the cup, because I wouldn't want to put my lips to it after I know where it's been.
Right, yeah, quite right. The other thing I just thought was worth mentioning, this is sort of almost breaking news, is that FF Jaro from Jakobstad, or Pietarsaari, won the promotion relegation playoff to get a place in the Veikkausliiga for 2025 as well.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, they beat Lahti 2-1 on aggregate, and this means more local games next year, because Jakobstad is only 119 kilometers or 90 minutes drive away from here.
Only
And
119. You've Googled that, haven't you? Because
I
you
did
could
Google
easily
it,
say
yeah.
120. But 190.
Well, I guess it depends
Is that
which
from the
part.
stadium to stadium, or you know?
I didn't. I just did Seinäjoki to Pietarsaari. So,
Okay, so we could take 120 or even less.
well, it's an hour and a half drive anyway. So
Yeah.
that's not a bad time on the bus.
Yeah,
That's a
we've
few
done it.
grand.
You've done it once or
Yeah,
twice.
yeah, I've been there
I've
once.
done it at least two that I can remember, so there could be a third one.
I tell you what, Jules, it was a game we went. It was a long
It was
time ago,
Sven.
like 9 or 10 years ago. Sven
Yeah.
was there.
Wasn't it
I
someone's birthday? Wasn't it Larry's birthday? Wasn't it his 40th birthday?
Well, I tell you what, there's a Facebook memory that pops up every year, and we've all got. Well, I know I count myself out of this. My hair hasn't really changed, but everyone else has got much darker hair from those days to
It was the
today.
light.
Paul
Yeah.
was there. I think Russ was there as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah. It's good, good full
all
coach.
right.
Yeah.
Enough with the bants.
Yep.
Let's dive into the misery.
Yeah, okay, 4-0. That's it. Okay, we got beat. And next topic.
Yeah, that's right. Well, let's just give a little bit of background to it. It was noticeable at the start that we had a few kind of key players missing, maybe. Jaime Moreno wasn't there. Valentin Gasc was serving out a suspension for too many yellow cards. And Falou Ndiaye was also banned from a previous indiscretion. It was one where he got the ban after the game.
Oh yeah, for making contact with a
For
VPS player.
was it for allowing someone's face to run into his elbow or something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that. Yeah.
So we started like with a slightly weaker team.
Sorry, maybe the VPS player should have run faster.
Yeah, well. Anyway, in this game we had good pressure. We started playing well. We were pressuring them. We were in the game.
I just looked up back at it and it's 4-0, but it wasn't like we were. It was quite late that the second goal went in, 1-0 at half time. But the second goal, I can't remember. It wasn't that they were 2-0 up and the game was dead. It was
Yeah,
you
no,
know
it's
the third and
66th
fourth
minute.
goals
That's
were
right.
yeah the third and fourth goals were really late, and so it's a bit of icing on cake for them to get four, I think.
Actually, the second and third goals were quite close together. It's like 66 and 72 minutes. And I
Mm,
think that really knocked the stuffing out of us. And they were
mm,
similar goals sort of on the break, and the ball
mm,
played across the face of the goal
mm,
and put home. Roope Risky scored those two, the second and the third goal. And it's always he played for us back in the day, and he was a terrific striker for us before heading overseas. And it's
mm.
always galling because he always seems to score against
Yeah.
us whenever he
Mind you,
comes back.
we did win the championship with him, so we're forgiven.
Yeah, well, that
Yeah, it's
that
a long
is
time ago.
that is it's a long time ago. It's like 9 years ago now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a while back. But basically the problem was we played well, we didn't take our chances, and then made mistakes and conceded silly goals.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
kind of familiar story in
Mm,
the last few months, isn't it?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, true. Can we move on?
Are you that? No, we can't. We can't move on.
You wanna go do it a bit more, but yeah, it's the kind of thing that we've done recently, and it's not taking our chances when we had them. We weren't out of the game for a long time, and they more clinical. And I suppose it is when we've been playing against teams that in this uh, Champions League series, then they do have more clinical strikers. So that's been our problem, that when we've given chances, the other teams have been taking them.
Yeah, I think that's right. It felt worse on the day than when you look back at it, and then when you talk about it like that way, that the goals came pretty late.
Mm.
But on the day, it was really demoralizing. That last 20 minutes, like, oh man, let's just.
But at the time, it was a good day. I had a really nice day out. It was yeah, good to go into Tampere before the game a little bit and just get some. It's a proper stadium right in the center of the town. It's like an old style big game atmosphere. So
That's
that
that's
was
true,
nice.
yeah. And we met up with a friend of ours from the Finnish football show, who said, "Oh, there's loads of pubs near the ground." And there really were. It's almost like a
Yep.
ring of bars all the way
Yep.
around, like individual, independent bars.
Yep.
But that was nice as well. And we got off the coach and sort of wandered off, and I thought, oh, maybe all the other fans are going straight in. And then as we walked back from the bar afterwards, you see different gold and black scarves and shirts coming out of different bars, and everyone was like waving as you walk past. So that was really cool, really
And
cool.
we did know that Haka were beating no, VPS were beating Haka,
That's
wasn't
true.
it?
Yeah, the
So
other way around.
so at the end of the day, we got beat 4-0, but we still finished fourth and we went straight into the European playoff final. Is
Yes, we
that the
did.
segue into the next one?
Do you know what it would have been, Jules? But I've got a couple of little things I wanted to say
Ah,
about this.
ah.
It would have been so good. Um,
Oh.
I just like wanted to mention we saw Falu and I in the stand, so he couldn't play, but he came and sat with all the fans, and what a
Tell you what, though,
diamond bloke.
yeah, it was great to speak to him. So he's 6'7", I
Yeah.
think, so 2 meters something. If he was sat in the stand, I wouldn't want to be sat behind him.
No, I wouldn't want to stand behind him.
Obstructed view.
Yeah, that's right.
I
But
can't remember who else I was speaking to him, but it's like one of the few times I felt small. I was really pleased when you came up and joined us, Mark, because yeah, I was feeling small next to him.
thank you very much. I
But it
know
was
I have my
good. It was
place.
good. It's nice to see players with the fans. And he was saying that, I was saying, why you're not, in the VIP area or with the others? And he says, no, this is my place. So,
He
uh,
drove down with a friend, didn't he, and wanted to be there, among that. I
okay,
thought that was terrific. Yeah, really,
right,
really
yeah.
good.
I
And
hope he
the other
stays
the
with
other
us.
person I wanted to point out was there was right next to where we were, there was a sort of a section that was marked off with this mesh stuff to keep the fans apart. And then in the home section, there was a little a little mini Cloppet lad who's normally singing in the mini Assicor supporters group. I don't know why, but he was the other side, and we were trying to encourage him to crawl under the mesh at half time and come into our side. But I suspect he was there with his parents or something who kept him over there. But that was quality to see him there as
Yeah.
well.
The last time I was there I'm not sure if it was the last time, but anyway, in the summer when there was the cup game and the league game, there were three mini Cloppet as well, and they were the wrong side of a plastic barrier. And they obviously wanted to come and join us, but the security wouldn't let them through, which I
That's a
thought
bit
was a
tight,
bit
isn't it? And
bit
I
mean.
understand they
Yeah.
can't be in the over 18
Yeah,
section,
but it
but
wasn't just that section, so it
yeah.
was yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
people.
job's worth. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got a good
Yeah.
segue into the Veikkausliiga
Well,
Eurolopputurnaus?
I was speaking to Falun and and he said to me, oh God, what was it? What was it?
You say, no, don't worry. Let's just
Yeah,
talk about it. So, let's just we've mentioned this a few times. We've got it closer and closer to how it works over the weeks. But basically, um, on last Wednesday, Haka played against Inter, and VPS played against Gnistan.
so
Um,
one-legged game. The winner of that game goes through to the next
Semi-final,
round,
if you
which was
like.
on the Saturday
Yeah. So Haka beat Inter, Gnistan
on
beat
after extra
VPS.
time.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
And then yesterday, Haka beat Gristan again after extra time and penalties
Yep. So they've had a
to
nice two lots of
yeah,
120 minutes in a week.
exactly. Yeah, exactly right.
Yep.
And now they play against us. And this is a two-legged final. So
Yep.
we're away on Wednesday the 30th, kickoff at 6 p.m.
Mhm.
Haka is in Valkeakoski, which is south of Tampere, about
Yep.
2.5 hours drive.
Yep. Mind the speed camera in Nick Ireland, everyone.
Yeah, the Jules did very well last time and got
Yep.
no points.
Yep.
Asicor
Oh,
got three
and we got
points and
3 points. Yeah.
Jules got none. That was good.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
right way
It's
around as
good.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we play at home on Saturday the 2nd. That's a 2:30 kickoff
Yep.
in the afternoon.
Now,
Um,
there's one of these things at 6 o'clock kickoff. I don't like that. I don't know why it's so early on a Wednesday night. And we're meant to have home advantage. So we get there because we finished higher up the league. So we get the second leg at home, which I suppose is an advantage. But in a way, Haka, they can bring their fans en masse on the Saturday because 2:30 is a nice time to drive up. But it's really hard for us to get down to Valkeakoski. So it's like kind of we're at a disadvantage that we don't have so many fans for the away leg.
That's an interesting point. I hadn't thought about that. And it's true because you can't travel on Wednesday. I can't get there. Um, it's 2.5 hours. So for a 6 o'clock kickoff, you've got to leave at least 3:30, maybe
Yep. Well,
maybe
we made
three
it last
o'clock.
time, didn't we? It was at 3:15. We got there just as the game was kicking off.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. So we won't be able to be there. We will be tuning into to Ruutu, where
Mhm.
it's available if you've got a subscription. I would have thought it would be quite a good opportunity for the club to get the screens on in the Carlsberg bar and invite everyone to
Mm.
come along. But I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything like
No.
that yet. It might be worth keeping an eye on the web club website.
Mm.
If anyone's listening to this, it might give them the idea.
Yeah. Yep. Business
Um,
idea for them.
Yeah, but we've got all those missing players are available again. Valentin
Yep.
Gasc is back. Falou and Dai is back. Jaime Moreno's available again. I think he just became a dad,
He
didn't
did.
he? Was that for the
Congratulations. Yep.
first time?
Yes, I think so.
Then congratulations to Jaime and Erica.
Yep. Yeah. I think Jaime, you need to score a goal so you can do a baby celebration. Just
Ah, that would be
yeah.
something.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
just to give everyone a little bit of background from this year, I think any previous results are a little less relevant, but in the Liga Cup, Asiko beat Haka 2-1. Then in May in the league, we lost 2-0 down at their place. Played well, but just they got 2 goals and we just couldn't seem to
Mm.
find the back of the net. Then in June, we beat them 2-1 at home. And then they came in September where it was a lot more even than the 3-0 win that we got.
And the
But I
first
think
one was
we
offside, wasn't it? The first of our goals was offside. So we
yeah,
got
only
got a
by
bit lucky
about
there.
2 or 3 meters though.
Yeah, and only 3 or 4 players that were offside.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I
Yeah.
think 2 of our players was playing the one on, So
Yeah, it's exactly
yeah.
exactly right. But I think we have to go into this with a bit of confidence, but also knowing that Hucker were the team that finished fifth.
Mm. Yeah,
So
so in a way, it's quite good because it means that the team that finished higher up the league, it's not going to seventh or eighth. The team who finished
yeah,
fourth or fifth are
yeah,
qualifying for Europe. So that makes it quite fair and just. Hopefully, it's the
yeah,
team that finishes fourth
that's
qualifies.
that's
Yeah.
exactly right. And there weren't that many points between us by the end
Mm,
of the season either. There was only 1 or 2 points difference. So
yeah.
it's going to be a good couple of games, and I'm looking forward to it. I do think the point you made before that they've just in the space of 4 days played 220-minute games plus the mental
Stress,
fatigue, maybe,
strain.
yeah,
Yeah.
stress, fatigue, whatever, of winning on penalties.
Mm.
Like that's going to take a lot out of them.
And
Hopefully, we've had a time to rest, train, prepare, and go for it. But it's only been 10 days since the last game, so it's not like we've
mm,
been sitting on the beach for 3 weeks or
yeah.
anything like that.
One of the things I was fearing is that the team that gets through to the final comes in with good game bounce. They've won 2 games, they got their tails up and they're full of confidence. But I think after getting
They've
through
drawn 2 games.
exactly get through in extra time and then penalties, then they hopefully they haven't got that good feeling.
Yeah, so those that can attend the games, the Clopit is organising a bus down to the away game on Wednesday. The bus will leave Seinäjoki at 2 p.m. So if anyone's interested in going to that and you don't have sort of direct action to the guys, direct access to the guys that are organising that, then you can send me or Jules a message and we can introduce you across.
Mm.
But the game can be watched on Ruutu Plus. I couldn't find a link. It's not there yet, a link to the page for the game, but surely it will be there soon enough. But I wanted to say, Jules, for the home game, let's try and encourage everyone, whoever's listening or watching, let's try and encourage as many people to get along as you possibly
Mm.
can. Remind your friends, share it in WhatsApp groups, bring your mum even if
Mm.
she's in the same country. Just get everyone down there. Um,
And we don't have to speak for 4 months, so let's make our voices hoarse, shout from the top of our lungs.
Well, I think we might have to do this again one more time after the game. Anyway, especially if we win, I think we'll have plenty to say for ourselves. But season tickets are valid, which is good if you've got a season ticket holder. If not, get yourself to Ticketmaster, and there's a link available. Maybe I'll put it in the description below for once. Rather than the link to our link tree, I'll put the link to the tickets. Let's try and get everyone there. And the irregular price, starting at €15 for the the more large parts of the stadium, really. So
yeah. What else are you going to do in Seinäjoki on Saturday afternoon, 2:30? Yeah.
And also,
is this already a park? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, exactly. And I suspect that if we win this, then there will be a really good vibe around the club. The Carlsberg bar will probably be full. The players and that will come down and mingle, and it will turn into a right old knees up.
Yeah, the fans are going to give their Player of the Season awards.
Right, there you go.
Straight after the game. So I'm not sure if it's straight after the game or in the Carlsberg bar. We'll see. So
yeah, that will be interesting to see how that panned out. Remember about the Cloppet Association, that website address, maidenkerho.fi, or find them on Facebook and Instagram. It's worth checking out what they're doing and just being clued up for the travel and things that the association arranges. But I reckon, Jules, that just about wraps it up for this episode.
I suppose it does. And as I desperately look for our thing, and yeah.
Well, I will start by saying, remember, listener or viewer, to subscribe to the show wherever you're doing that listening or viewing.
You can contact the Seinäjoki Supporters Podcast by email at seinäjokifootballpod@gmail.com. And you can find all our content on Linktree at Seinäjoki Football Pod. Would you like me to spell that address for you, Mark?
No, let's not. I do hope everybody listened to the very end of the last episode, because that was absolutely hilarious. And every time I hear it, I just chuckle to myself.
Things I do to make you happy.
Yeah, I know. You go above and beyond every time. We also have that WhatsApp group to continue the conversation between episodes. We've got over 20 odd people in there now, people connected to the club, people in Seinäjoki supporting, people overseas keeping an eye on what we're doing. If you want to be part of that, it's open to any fan of SJK. So if you want to join, email us or send me or Jules a message and we'll send you a link to the group.
Indeed. So until the next episode, see you Saturday 2:30 at Oma SB. Or see you online. Goodbye.
Hey, bye.